He's the guy who turned a 1-minute daily video into a global movement, a company, and a masterclass in storytelling. From living on a $60 a week budget to building a brand that's touched billions of lives, he's proof that with the right story, you can change everything.
To learn about content, they get me to teach them. Get to intern at Nas Daily.
Nuseir Yassin, aka Nas Daily, has mastered the art of building community, scaling impact, and turning passion into a business. On today's episode of Coffeez, we're diving into the man behind one of the internet's most innovative brands. This isn't just a conversation about content, it's about entrepreneurship, hustle, and how to make your ideas truly unforgettable. Welcome to Coffeez.
How are you, my friend?
How are you? Thank God. Thank you for coming on the show at such short notice.
My pleasure. You came in guns blazing.
That's how we do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how we do it. I like to talk about everyone's entrepreneurial journey, and you obviously have an amazing journey. But that started with blogging, so we'll dive into your entrepreneurial journey after. But what inspired you to start Nas Daily?
So content changes the world. Hollywood changes the world. So I saw the power of content on the internet in changing opinions, and I wanted to be part of that. I never wanted to be famous. I never wanted to make money from this. It was just like an amazing opportunity to reach millions of people. And I tried hundreds of videos and all of them failed until one video blew up and then it became Nas Daily. And it's been really fun.
What was the video that blew up? That changed
everything? Day 271. How cheap is Thailand? I was like, hey guys, I'm in Thailand and it's very, very cheap. Everybody should come visit here. I was averaging 10,000 views before. And then after that video, I got like 30 million views.
Wow.
It's insane.
And it took you, 1,000 videos to finally climb?
It took me 1,000 videos in 1,000 days until I built a brand. And after that, I started to build a technology company. So I found basically my whole goal is to build a tech company. But in the process, I became a creator.
So now you have the tech company.
Yeah, that's my primary thing now.
Let's dive right into the tech company. What is the tech company and what are you guys doing? And what's the goal with it?
So look, if you want to build a business today, you can get $300,000, build a restaurant, and lose a lot of money, and then get 10% profit margin if you're lucky. Physical businesses are hard. Sell a product online, take 1 year to develop it. Shipping, returns, handling is very hard. I think the future is digital businesses, an internet business. So if you have followers, if you want to sell something online, if you have a community, internet businesses are the future. And so Nas.io is the platform to help anybody build an internet business with 100% profit margin, with selling memberships, courses, challenges, games, newsletters. That's the future. Events, And so Nas.io is like Shopify, but for internet businesses.
Yeah, I myself obviously use Nas.io to purchase
for this Don't Die event. Yeah, Brian Johnson, Don't Die. They use Nas.io for their community because it's an internet community. So this is an example of an internet business that's content-based, that's now meeting offline to build deeper connections. So it's very exciting.
What was the idea for Nas Daily? What inspired you to start it from the beginning?
For Nas Daily or Nas.io?
No, Nas Daily and Nas.io.
So from Nas Daily, I was just a terrible engineer. I was an engineer at Venmo, and I was like, wow, I suck at this. I want to do something that I'm better at.
Did you know Brian from Venmo?
He was my boss's boss's boss. So that's a very weird circle. Very weird. We're working together again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just a bad engineer. I wanted to do something I'm good at. And turns out I'm good at shouting, and when I shout, people listen. So I was like, let's do that. So I started making content. And then one day I woke up with 50 million followers on the internet in 10 different languages. And I couldn't make any money because the only one making the money was the platform, the social media companies. So I said, let's build a monetization engine for communities. And that's how Nas.io started. So everything is about problems that I'm facing, and we're building solutions for them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are stuck with figuring out how to monetize their followers. I myself don't monetize followers. I just grow my company brand. So I figured out a backdoor strategy.
Most people have 1 million followers on TikTok with $0.
Yeah.
So
how can they monetize?
It's simple. It's just Nas.io is free. Anybody can just sign up and just start selling. So you can literally create a digital product in a minute and start selling it in a minute. You can build a fucking business in 2 minutes. Like, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's the future. And I'm really excited about that. So, something that we started called challenges. You can start a challenge, okay? Like, do push-ups every day for 30 days. That's an experience. You can build that product today. Hey, friends, I'm building a real estate challenge, an investing challenge. Together, we're going to invest or like 10% of our money together. It's a community-based event. Pay me $100 to join this challenge. Let's go. People are making millions of dollars from selling challenges that they create in a minute. That's cool.
On your platform?
On my platform, yeah. That's the future, I think. The future is not, hey, let me go to China to find a product and then sell it and then get 10% profit margin after 2 years. That's not the future.
Wow. I love the idea that, how did you even come up with that idea? I've never even heard of that.
I'm living on the internet. I don't have a home. I don't have a space. I don't belong anywhere. I don't have physical objects. I don't carry physical things. I don't buy things. I just buy experiences and digital objects and digital products. That's all I do in my life for the last 8 years. And I figured there must be an easier way to create a digital business.
So that actually leads me to the next question. And I know we mentioned this at the gym. You were like, I asked you, why don't you buy real estate? And then
exactly. I am fully against physical things. I want to live life where if there's World War III, I get up and I go to a plane and all my money, all my life is with me in a carry-on suitcase. So the last 8 years, I only live in a carry-on suitcase. I have 20 t-shirts, 2 pants, 2 shoes, 1 book, 1 laptop. That's it.
You live a very humble life. I mean, would you attribute that to your upbringing? Obviously, you grew up with humble roots.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a village, like middle class, like not rich, not poor. I only became rich like 4 or 5 years ago. So I still don't understand what money is.
Yeah. I grew up also third world country.
How long were you rich?
5 years.
5 years. Wow. So congratulations.
Yeah.
We became rich at the same time.
Yeah. 5 years. Yeah. And we're both like, I'm from a poorer village than you probably.
In Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah. No, I'm in the poorest part of Egypt.
There's a garbage city.
I didn't live in the garbage city.
Yes.
But I lived very close to it.
My God, I know exactly where you.
So I was at Halmeit Zatoun, which is like,
Wow.
But the garbage city was insane.
Yeah, I made a video there. It's super sad.
What is the craziest video you've ever made? I mean, you've been all over the world. Your videos are so fascinating. I mean, I've been following you for years. I don't even know how you could even say the craziest video. I really like the Chobani one.
Oh, the Chobani one, I love that guy.
Yeah.
The craziest video I made probably in North Korea. Because that place is next level. It's not easy. Greenland was not easy. Antarctica was not easy. But also Madagascar was really hard. It's just like a lot of countries are not designed for tourism. And so making videos while traveling and having to need internet every day, it's very hard.
What do you think the best country is that you visited so far?
The best country to build a business is America. Nothing comes close to America. If you want to build a business, come to America. The best country to live, I say maybe Dubai. Dubai, Singapore, very comfortable. Best country to grow, India. Lots of growth in India. Best country to challenge you, Israel. You'll be challenged left and right on war, on safety, on innovation. I mean, it's all in one. And the place I have zero interest in is Europe.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Europe is nice, but I wasn't in love.
So I want to dive real quick into a couple things. Number one.
Yes.
The TikTok ban. It's about to happen. You have 9 million followers on TikTok.
Yes.
How is the TikTok ban going to impact what you're doing currently?
Well, luckily I never based from the 9 million followers, we're making $0 from TikTok, like everybody else. This is why I'm telling everybody, you need to own your community. Like if you just don't own your community, you're always renting forever. You do mortgages. You're about everybody owning their house.
Yes.
Your digital house is social media and everybody's renting. That's why you got to start collecting emails and phone numbers from your followers because this stuff happens. And so an example of that is like I have 500,000 emails and I sell to those 500,000 emails every day now for the next 10 years. And I collected them and they're all in my Nas.io community. But in Nas.io, the way it's designed is you can develop a community and you own the audience. The emails and the phone numbers, you own them. That's yours, not ours. That's the future of social media. So I want this to be a wake-up call to everybody that your followers is a fraud. Social media is so fragile. Within one day, the algorithm could be destroyed, changed, or the platform gets banned, and then you're down to zero. You always must have an email list. People don't change their emails. So if I have your email, I have access to you for the next 10 years. That's the power of email.
How is Nas.io reaching out? Like you're using it through the Nas.io platform?
Yeah, so we have an email marketing thing. We have something called Magic Reach. From one place, you can literally email and WhatsApp people at the same time.
Through Nas.
Through Nas.io for free. Oh,
Yeah.
you literally do need to, because all businesses are community powered.
Yeah.
Your email marketing, your events, your courses, your content, your products, everything should be in one place.
Yeah, I have an email list for my events.
And that's a separate place. Right?
I have an email list for my
your customer.
podcast.
That's a separate place.
Email list for my customers.
Separate place. Exactly. That's ridiculous. Everything has to be all in one, and everything has to be like owned by you.
Yeah, we do use obviously a CRM. So it's Nas.io. It's kind of like a CRM.
Yeah.
Stacked with an email marketing platform.
Stacked with engagement. Stacked with Facebook groups. Stacked with monetization. Everything. So your email CRM does not help you make money, because you need to connect to another payment provider somewhere. Your CRM just delivers email for you. And then your Stripe just collects payments for you. And then your Zoom just does events for you. Nas.io is all in one.
Now, okay, so that's the TikTok ban. You're going to be leveraging it for good. It doesn't sound like it's going to impact your business.
Not at all.
It's going to wake people up to use your current business.
Exactly.
Now, besides Nas.io, you also have your education platform.
Yes.
You also have Nas Daily.
Yeah, we have a few businesses. We have Nas Daily Media. We have technology. We have Nas Daily.
The entertainment, the marketing company. It's called.
We have an agency called 1000.
Yeah.
So we have a hotel in Dubai, hospitality, an education company, a technology company, and a media company, which is the agency. And then Nas Daily is the marketing for all of them. But the agency is called 1000. And basically what we do is I built Nas Daily with a team of 30, 40 people. Now we go and help other companies build their own Nas Daily. We go to companies and brands and we say, let us grow you on social media and build a brand for you using AI or using humans, whatever you prefer, all in one.
And you do this globally?
Globally. We just launched in America, New York office. And we do this in Singapore, India, Israel, Dubai. So it's a lot of fun.
Where they piggyback on your personal brand, or they just create a...
Independent. Nothing to do with me. So it's we're white label behind the scenes. And we just grow your brand.
That's awesome. How do people find out more about that platform? Because there's a lot of people watching the show that obviously need to grow their brand. And I'm a big advocate about brand building.
Yeah. I mean, how many followers do you have?
Across all platforms, including the company, we have about 6 million.
Amazing. So it worked for you, right?
It's totally changed the game for me.
Changed the game.
Totally changed the game for me.
Every business needs content. That's why we named it 1000, because you need 1000 pieces of content to actually build a brand. So it's called 1000media.com.
And you guys will help you to 1,000 pieces of content?
Yeah. So we help people create 1,000 pieces of content. With AI, now it's 10 times easier. So we have different packages. One, we can build a whole team for you that does social media in-house, or we can do it with AI. Build an AI channel with an AI presenter, AI scriptwriter to create literally thousands of pieces of content very, very fast.
But that content's not going to be engaging. It's not like...
Well, you'd be surprised.
The algorithm...
You would be surprised. That content can be very, very engaging. So we see already people with millions of followers and millions of views without a single face, but it's already happened. So the future is now.
I got a couple last questions. You're busy, a lot of things going on. How do you think content creation has changed for you given cancel culture?
You cannot, look, the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. So if anybody gets 1 million followers, you are guaranteed to get 1 million haters, because now you have 1 million lovers. So you need 1 million haters. That's how it works. It works in tandem. Hate has become part of social media, and it's become normalized, and it'll be even more normalized very, very soon. So I think everybody should just get a therapist and get used to it.
For me, watching your content, you have some the most pure content there is.
And I still have haters. But at the same time, so many people hate it. And honestly, that's a great place to be in. I thrive off of this because it means you're making change. Only people making change face resistance. And I never wanted Nas Daily to be an entertainment channel. It's an education channel that goes to the deep topics: religion, politics, social science, travel, tourism. These are the things that matter. Health, vegetarianism, longevity. That's Nas Daily.
And that's the most important stuff in life.
We must understand the loud minority concept, which is if you have a very dedicated group of individuals, like 1% that are very, very passionate, then they make a lot of noise. But the reality is, it's a small minority, 5, 10%. It's not the majority. The majority is just like, wow, I love the video, nice, next. The majority don't even give a shit about Nas Daily. That's the problem. We want more people to care about Nas Daily. It's not enough.
And how do you intend to like grow the word? Because obviously Nas Daily isn't stopping. You're still on a quest to gain more followers, to gain more subscribers.
Yeah. We still make videos once a week now, like a lot less. But the primary thing is to enable people to build businesses. So I think of life in terms of chapters. My creator chapter is over, 7 years. My next 7 years is entrepreneur chapter. So I'm all about helping people build digital internet businesses. That's the future. And once that's over, then maybe family chapter.
When did this entrepreneurial journey begin for you would say?
Like 2 years ago.
Just as an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Technology company. Nuseir was 2 years old.
Well, the education company.
That was not really the primary business. That was not like, oh, this is it. It was more like, hey, let's test it out. And that's like 4 years.
The entrepreneur journey started 2 years ago, and that's when you implemented some of your engineering background then, I'm sure.
Yes. I started hiring engineers like 2-3 years ago, basically.
So Nas.io is a full-on tech company.
Full-on tech company with $20 million funding, like 30, 40 incredible people. I guess it's like all in. Millions of dollars processed every month.
It's the real deal.
That's the real deal.
Wow.
You know, we help people build business. You know, that 99% uptime, technology first. That's my advice to people. If you don't do physical things, focus on digital things, then learn how to code or learn how engineering works or learn about AI. That is where the future is going.
Now, I like to ask a couple last questions. Number one is, what's a personal goal that you have for yourself? And what's a business goal that you have for Nas.io, Nas Daily, and Nas Academy?
That's a great question, by the way. My personal goal for the company is to get to 1,000 employees. A team of 1,000. I love that. I love the name 1,000 because I did 1,000 videos. That's how Nas Daily started. I want to build a company with 1,000 people working because I want to create 1,000 jobs. There's nothing more meaningful in life than creating 1,000 jobs. It's sick. Yes, for that, it's a lot of drama, blah, 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 whatever, but it's awesome to create jobs. That's for the company. For my personal life, it's a company. My personal life is all about making the company successful at all costs.
What about a family goal?
I have a family goal, yes, but not in the next 2-3 years.
No, not
in the next 10 years. I want to have like 2 to 3 kids.
I want to ask about your upbringing because your upbringing has really significantly helped you with your global storytelling.
Yeah.
So how do you think your upbringing, you're from, what country?
I'm from Israel.
Israel?
But I'm Palestinian. Very difficult upbringing. I do not recommend it to anybody.
You're a Palestinian from Israel.
Yeah.
And you're pro-Israel, which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I don't hate Israel at all. I think Israel is a great country. And I think Palestine can be a great country too. I don't have like hard feelings towards any country or any people. I think both countries need fixing, but I grew up in Israel and I'm an Israeli citizen and I'm proud of it. Yeah.
Palestinian.
Always in a Palestinian community, surrounded by Jewish community, but we did not live together. That's the problem. We got to live together. We got to figure it out.
And to your point earlier, like, you're going to have 1,000 lovers. You're going to have 1,000 haters. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is, my friend. It is what it is. But,
what would you tell content creators who care about the haters right now? How would you tell them to shut them up?
I think content creators should aspire to do things, to do two things, not just entertain. You should aspire to make people cry, like tears of joy. Oh my God, this content just made me so happy or so emotional. You should make your followers cry because eventually algorithms change, people forget about you, but they will never forget how you made them feel.
Absolutely.
And that's my last advice to people is get out of the internet, get out of social media. The real world is awesome. People are nice in the real world. They're assholes online, but in reality, I think everybody's nice. It's just we like to be assholes online because it's fun. But I think actually everybody's nice.
Internally, we all have a piece of God
all
in us.
nice. Yes, we're all nice.
One last question for you.
Yes.
You've truly lived a life of servitude, enlightening people, great opinions, and really helping empower so many. That said, when you're in front of the pearly gates, what do you think God's going to tell you?
And I'm like, you know what, God, you are right. Like always, I did give it my best. And where do I go from here? And he will say, it starts with an H. It's either heaven or hell, but you'll never know. So I don't know where I'll go, heaven or hell, but I know I gave it my best.
You know what? You're living a life of service, and I'm sure God's going to let you into those pearly gates. You're doing your absolute best. God bless you.
That's a great question. That's a great interview. Thank you so much.
God bless
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for doing this interview. It was such short notice, but you know, the spirit rocked you, and I really appreciate it. We vibe.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.